Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Smokes, and I'm the creator of the real-time translation app that I am going to demo. Um, I made it mostly over a hackathon at Hack the North, so it's a little rusty. I have tried making a bunch of improvements, playing around with different libraries and seeing what works better. And I have included a README, and of course, there's this video for reference. And feel free to contact me if you ever have to regarding questions for this project. Uh, Something to note is this you have to speak very clearly. For the input language, I have mainly only tested with English because that's the only language that I'm really fluent with. And for the output language, I've tested with French because I somewhat understand French enough to know whether it's like completely inaccurate or not. Other than that, for dependencies, the main thing to note is you're going to need real time STT because that's the primary library to convert the speech to text. And then for the translation, you're going to need Olama installed. And then for reading out loud, pretty much nothing. So this is tested on a Mac OS, but I think it should work on Windows as well. For Olama, just make sure to open your terminal, and then you can just literally just go. So once you install Olama from the website, you can just go Olama run Llama 3.2. So that's another thing that you have to keep in mind. Llama 3.2 needs to be installed, which is generally just the default anyways, so you shouldn't have too much problems with that either. So once you've got Olama running in the background, you can come back here, and you can just go on main.py here, and just run it. And you'll very quickly see that just wait till it says speak now, and then it would start speaking now. Now I am actually going to stop this for now. Another thing to keep in mind is the delay really depends on how long your sentence is. So if you're gonna speak really fast and your sentence is gonna be super long, then the delay could be like 4, 5, 6 seconds. However, if you speak in short bursts and you speak clearly, the delay is quite small actually. It's about half a second to a second, give or take. So some of the goals for this project for further improvement is I want to install threading, or I want to implement threading. So like you'll see, sentence length is a big factor on how much a delay is. So by implementing threading, you should be able to more or less ensure that at least the delay is a consistent amount, so it doesn't throw you off. I also want to rewrite the whole project in C because I think it would greatly improve the efficiency of the project. And I want to try out other libraries like Whisper or something like that so that the input would be more accurate even without accurate pronunciation, which is a real problem right now. So regarding the architecture, it's actually quite simple. You're using real-time speech to text, and then you're writing to real-time speech to text underscore log.txt. So you're literally just writing everything to the real-time speech to text log.txt. You can see it's just written what I've said earlier. And then it's porting, and then translate.py is just reading from this file on loop, and it's invoking Olama, and it's literally just translating everything, and it's writing it to read.txt. So nothing too fancy. This is just a test function right here. This is really the main bread and butter of it. And so if you want to change the language, the output language from French to any other language, then all you need to do is just change this to like Spanish, for example. And then that would do that. So it's really not that difficult to change the language for output. And then for read out loud, you're just invoking the operating system. So this is like, so if you've got a better operating system or a better text-to-speech model on your operating system, then the voice that's going to come out is going to be a lot better than in my case, which you will see is a little janky. So again, you run these files individually too, so you can like open 3 terminals and then you can run read out loud, then translate, and then speech.py in that order. And I think it's a little faster, but not noticeably faster. Another thing, I tried playing around with the speech recognition library, and I found similar-ish results with it. Full transparency, I kind of vibe coded this file a little bit, so it's a little jankier than just the speech.py file. And I'm not quite sure everything that's going on in this file. I just did it because I thought it would be cool, and it was like a little experiment that I ran. And so that's pretty much it. There's this README file right here, if you're interested in just reading it instead of watching this whole video. So now I'm gonna start the demo, and for the demo, I'm actually gonna well, initially I will have both audios, like the output, which is what I'll be speaking, or sorry, the input, which is what I'll be speaking, and the output, which is what's gonna come from the computer. So in my case, it's actually in the headphones. So that's another bottleneck in this application where there's no voice isolation. So if there are two things speaking together, the program's going to get confused on what to focus on. And so in my case, it's in the headphones, but you will actually be able to hear it because I'm using OBS. And so I'm actually going to mute myself, or I'm going to try to mute myself. And you will basically only be able to hear the French part of it, and you will be able to like visually see the delay between when I speak and when the French starts off. So yeah, so let me just run it and give you a quick demo. So yeah, so we can start off with something simple.
On per commencer par quel chose de simple.
So you can see that if I speak really fast and I'm super choppy with it and I don't give it spaces and I don't stop, then it will just keep recording and recording and recording. But if I give it a little time,
Dans tu puix voir que si je parle vraiment vite je suis très coupé en moi et que je n'ai donc pas d'espace et que je n'aimerais jamais alors ça va continuer à grave enregistrer et à grave enregistrer et à grave enregistrer.
Okay, now I'm going to mute myself.
Désolé, oui, erreur technique, mais maintenant vous devrez pouvoir ne pas entendre rien. Et au lieu de cela, vous devrez ne pas voir qu'entendre. Les mots français. Vous pouvez tout de grave fade and de dire qu'il y en retard.
So yeah, I hope you like the demo. And please let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to help. And if you can contribute to the project, and you're willing to join in with me, I'm always open to help. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. Bye bye.